So in this video, we're going to look at web hosting for our WordPress site. We're going to be using GoDaddy. GoDaddy is one of the options out there. There are many out there, many that are less expensive and many that are more expensive with better options and such. But we're going to do GoDaddy because they have got the ability to have the 24/7 customer support, and they do a decent job for most people. Web hosting, there's different types. You can have a shared web hosting experience where you and many other websites are on the same computer. That particular option can work for smaller sites. If you have a site that needs more bandwidth, where the downfall comes with shared hosting is that you are in there with many other people. And if another neighbor on that computer is using a lot of bandwidth, what have you, you can have problems with your website being slow. But if you have a small website, this is fine for most people. Virtual private servers and dedicated servers, the next two options, are for higher bandwidth. If you're going to be looking at higher bandwidth, there's many areas I would recommend going to beyond GoDaddy. We're going to come down here and look at the web hosting options here. The web hosting option we're looking at right here on the left is for those of you who are going to be doing like an HTML site and not so much a WordPress site. If you're doing WordPress, I would really recommend doing the managed WordPress site here in the middle. There's some functionality that is set up with this for upgrades and such that just make it a little bit nicer to go. So that's what route we would go. We're going to go and learn more about that, and then we look at the different options in the managed WordPress. You're doing a single site. 10 gigabyte of SSD storage is more than most websites will use. Even our biggest websites don't use 10 gig yet, and they've been around for years, and they add constant photos and such daily. So this is the one for most people. There are different options where you're going to be getting some search engine optimization and different things such as that. Over here you get the SSL certificate. We can get SSL certificates elsewhere, and it's really not needed unless you're going to be doing some higher end things. You can live without it. So if you want an SSL, we're going to show you in a different video how to get it a little bit less expensively. I would go and I would just do the managed right here. So we're going to configure our website, and we can go and we can add the SSL here. We can lock it down. Over WordPress, in the managed WordPress area, the lockdown things, not so much. The scanning. Yeah, I wouldn't waste time with it. As long as you're being a little careful with your username and password and not letting people come in and register, you'll be absolutely fine. And we'll talk about that in other videos. We're going to continue on, and we can get a free domain with that. I would recommend not doing that, because if you change your hosting at some point in time because it's not fast enough, you may decide that that's an option, and then they might charge you and ding you for that website. I would pass on that. You could get it free, and that's something you can look at. Now on this page, I've got two different, I had a couple of them up here, but we're looking right here. We're going to buy the managed, and you can see that the rate for 12 months is $7 for a month for the 12 months. If we just want to go month to month, it would be $8, $7.99. But we're going to go and get our best deal, which is at 36 months. If you are going to be here for a long time, and I have done this where I purchased the 10-year and locked it in for 10 years at that rate, because it will go up when you go to renew. I mean, it's not quite that rate when you renew at a year at a time, but it is higher. So we're just going to go with the 36 month, and that will give us the price right there. And then we can go and proceed to checkout and finish up, and we'll be good to go. So it's really quite easy to get into the managed WordPress area. In our next video, we're going to look at setting up our new website as a managed WordPress website.